Yes, guys, we are finally back. We finally made it to the second reaction video I've dropped on this YouTube platform. Welcome, brothers and sisters, once again to another Mystelics Reacts video, brothers and sisters. Big up on yourself one time for another reaction. And of course, big up the masses out and large all over the place. And in the video, it actually sent me a video of a picture, actually, two pictures of his relative watching my videos, and he was like, look at this, he just popped in the house and bow, there I was on the big screen, brothers and sisters. Big screen, massive. Big up all stuff one time for being a part of the vibrations. I do appreciate every single one of you guys, and don't forget, guys, to click the like button, brothers and sisters. That helps the algorithm to push his videos further and further and further out there. Yes, brothers and sisters. Click the like button, click the thumbs up button, and of course, don't forget to subscribe and turn on that post notification. I actually have to turn on the post notification for an individual. Mystelics, I don't get your videos. Guys, if your mama and your uncle, your auntie, or somebody you know wants to watch my videos, and it is you that have to always put it on for them, put it on their phones now, brothers and sisters. It'll automatically pop up on the television screen based off whatever account is connected to the television screen. Okay, so put it on their phones, lock it in, click subscribe, put the notification on, brothers and sisters, by clicking the bell, and then click all right there, so you'll be notified when they want the vibrations right there. I had to put on one today, man. That's crazy. Big up the Posse Massive in that regard. Anyways, brothers and sisters, without further ado, let us get into the vibrations for today, for which we saw this video, which I talked about yesterday, brothers and sisters. The situation in Layo. Oil on the river, brothers and sisters. Quivering them fishes. Quivering them fishes. Cooling them fishes, brothers and sisters. This was in Layo yesterday. Well, maybe a few days, brothers and sisters. I think it's yesterday I got this video. So most likely yesterday or the day before, or around that region. But today, brothers and sisters, we have yet another incident. What is this, brothers and sisters? We have two vehicles that apparently, you know, want to get some oil out of the vehicle. We have oil on the water, and now we have oil in the vehicles on the road, apparently. That is in the indication right there. This is the Lai River around that region, brothers and sisters. This is coming, and then you come to the bridge. Two individuals, most likely. It looks like probably one was turning this way and this one was turning in at the same time. Who is going to be the one? Who has the right of way? Maybe in that regard. Or maybe this individual was overtaken, and for some strange reason, I'm trying to see if I can make sense of the situation. It seems like the wheel is turning this way. So most likely the vehicle was coming this way and this vehicle was coming. But then these people apparently don't know how to, you know, how to drive, maybe, because look the road right there. What are you doing over there? What are you turning right there for? So maybe the vehicle turned or something of that sort. I wasn't there, brothers and sisters, but we have a video of that regard, or that vibrations right there. This is the bridge what we're talking about. And of course, guys, let me tell you something, that this is not a Instagram video. You know, you guys can film horizontally. I don't know why you guys always want to film vertically for. This is what I'm saying. They're on the sidewalk region right there. Thank God nobody was walking in that regard, but two vehicles collided with each other just before the bridge, man. Thank God nothing happened as a result of this situation. Nobody got hurt from my understanding, or many minor injuries in that regard, but nobody got seriously hurt. So thank God for that. Hallelujah, brothers and sisters. I'm always happy when certain things happen. Yes, it's sad that it happened, but it could have been worse, brothers and sisters. It's very interesting where we... Oh, this guy, I was like, what is a big belly guy? Anyways, I always say, boy, you know, when things happen, we can say it could have been worse. You break your foot, it could have been worse. You could have died. True. You know, you break your hand, your foot. I saw a partner today in Portsmouth, brothers and sisters, on Picard Street. The boy hand, one hand in a cast, and he cast up there like this, and it's in a sling, and his other hand have a cast, brothers and sisters. I was like, what were you doing, bro? What were you doing like this? He has a hand in a sling with cast on it, and the other hand have a cast on it too. Like, bro, choose your battles, man. My God. You know, but thank God it could have been worse. We always say this, brothers and sisters. It could have been worse right there. And it could have been worse, for true. So we always have to give the Creator thanks and praise for life indeed, brothers and sisters. Life indeed. Because life always, once there's life, there is hope. And one of the reasons why we always feel like, boy, we're giving up on Dominica, brothers and sisters. And I always tell people, you know what? It's not that we're giving up on Dominica, you know. It's just that time doesn't stop because Dominica has gone down the drain. Time doesn't stop. So it is your prerogative to either decide, you know what, guys, nothing is happening now. Let me leave so I can organize myself, make things happen for myself, utilize the same talent and skills that can actually utilize talent and skills in that country. The opportunities available that is not available in Dominica, you can utilize your talent and skills overseas in the opportunities that are available for you there. And then, you know, contribute back to Dominica in that regard, while at the same time making yourself, because time is of the essence, brothers and sisters. I think we need to realize this, because time waiteth. You see, we used to grow up with all sorts of proverbs that we learn, and it seems like people forget these proverbs, brothers and sisters. Time waiteth on no man, brothers and sisters. The greatest currency in life is not the silly values of monies and, oh my God, I want $1 billion. It'll be nice to have it, don't get me wrong, you know. All right, but that is not true value right there. Time is the greatest currency that we have. When you look at individuals who are the guy that passed away, Steve Jobs, tried his best to buy himself time, but he ran out of time, brothers and sisters. Can you imagine this? You have all the money in the world, billionaire status, trying your best to be a philanthropist, whatever they call it in the brothers and sisters, to get my drift right there. Trying your best to do things for the elevation of mankind. And then when you fell ill, you prolonged your years for like 2 years. Brothers and sisters, he prolonged his life for 2 years. But he knew tick-tock, time, tick, 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 flat line, brothers and sisters. Steve Jobs has been gone for a number of years right now. Let that sink in. Time is of the essence, brothers and sisters. Anyways, hopefully you guys get that point. I went on a little rant right there, but you get my point, brothers and sisters. Moving along in that regard right there, we saw this situation in Roseau some time ago.
See where the police parking to come and give people ticket. See where them police parking to come and give people ticket. They on the pedestrian crossing.
No, brothers and sisters, if this was in the United States, I know police tend to give police tickets. When police do not adhere to the rule of law that is indicated on the rule books, on the law books, brothers and sisters, they also give police tickets. I have seen a number of videos where police are giving police tickets. One, I remember seeing a police give police a ticket, stopping him on the side of the road because he was speeding. He's speeding beyond the speed limit. They gave him a ticket right there. So that's very interesting. Police giving police ticket. But who is policing the police, brothers and sisters? You ever ask yourself that question in Dominica? Who is policing the police? Remember, the law tends to guide the police. So when the police is breaking the law, other police will then look at it and say, hey, but you broke the law, and therefore you should deserve a ticket. Isn't it that the case? I'm not saying that the police should get a ticket, you know, don't get me wrong, you know, but I'm saying based on the merit of the law, you know, who is policing the police?
They breaking the law. See them police breaking the law.
Well, if you break the law, then you deserve a ticket. Is that the case?
Look at that.
But you're on the side, you're on the next side of the road giving people tickets.
You can give people tickets. Do so, never
and you're breaking the law. That's very interesting.
Do so, never like.
Brothers and sisters, like I always indicate to you, you guys need to film properly, man. Film properly, my goodness.
Right, so, but they want Dominica to be a law-abiding country. When the law not abiding.
Oh my goodness. Sorry for the cuss word, brothers and sisters. Sorry for the cuss word. But he's right, brothers and sisters. He's definitely right there.
Causing traffic in the road. They need a ticket there.
Do Dominican citizens? I know there's something in the United States. The citizens can do something to the police, give them a ticket or something of that sort. Is that? Can Dominicans do this?
They look at that piece of paper, they put a ticket down the windscreen.
Boy!
They murder back.
Yeah. But yeah, man, I believe the police is trying to uphold the law. You know, individuals getting tickets in, you know, certain circumstances, they should also be able to do the same too as well. Like I think that is part of it. Maybe this police doesn't know you cannot park there. I remember one time I rush inside for me to get a party and I come back out. Whoop! As I come inside, I see police on my thing because I parked just. So this was the line right there. I parked like halfway on the. I check if people can pass at the back. You check, nothing too crazy, but the police was there. Pull up. And then he come, whoop, in the vehicle, I start that. Yeah, anyways, the police forget about me. And then we roll out right there. So, guys, I think if there's a law in that regard, police should try their best to upkeep it. You know, keep it and not just try to break law and then try to give people. If you're trying to, if you're breaking the law, I don't think you should be giving people ticket. I think that's to suffice. You going around, you stop there. You going around, you watching. You know, you don't giving people ticket. You just behave yourself. That's what I think should happen in that regard, right there. What are your thoughts on the situation, right there, brothers and sisters? Leave your thoughts in the comment box below. Anyways, brothers and sisters, moving along in that regard, there's something rather interesting right there. Breaking news. Apparently, court awards over $350,000 to Dr. Francis Alexis in libel lawsuit against none other than Mr. Cabral Douglas right there. Cabral Douglas is one of the individuals who have been very vocal on the basis involving Dennis Byron. And of course, we definitely want to get him on the podcast to talk about a number of things, brothers and sisters. So hopefully Sunday we'll get to see that vibrations around 2 p.m. Hopefully we get to have a discussion with him in that regard. And of course about the court system and the justice system in Dominica. He's a lawyer right there, brothers and sisters. So we want to see how we can get that information from him on his thoughts on, you know, the justice system in Dominica, why it has failed, where it has moved from, all those kind of things, brothers and sisters. You know I roll already. I'm just going to be asking questions, and the questions pop in mind. Now, brothers and sisters, a number of persons have been saying, Mystelics, why don't you go live and these kind of things here? Yes, I'll go live in the future. Not now, brothers and sisters. I just want to make sure that everything is worked fine and dandy. I'm still working on the kinks on the software that I'm actually using, because the last time I had to put, man, that was kind of crazy right there. I just managed to get it in the nick of time, brothers and sisters. Oh, hallelujah. In the nick of time, I got this thing ready for us to go on the recording thing. But of course, because my computer really, I don't know, I had an issue with my computer, brothers and sisters. It's not my fault. Them people send updates on my Mac computer and I update it now like a, you know, good little boy. I update it and it restart and it never come back on again, brothers and sisters. Never. So I had to go to Apple, connect one of my partners, then whoop, back up. Imagine, brothers and sisters, it come back up and it go down again. So I call and say, my brother, what kind of prank call you have on me, dear? These things doesn't happen. These things used to happen on my PC, not this. But yes, guys, hopefully we get to have a nice conversation in that regard. Sometimes, you know, I you know, man, when it happened, brothers and sisters. So hopefully we get a conversation with him and, you know, talk about a number of things in that regard when it comes on to the justice system in Dominica, and of course that situation right there. One of the things that Cabral, from my understanding, has been saying, he stated that Mr. Dennis Byron should not have been given the mandate to be the one to push the electoral reform. It's rather interesting. He's indicated that Dennis Byron should not have been given the mandate, but when Dennis Byron gave the mandate, Scary them rejected it. He rejected the stuff. What is going on? That was kind of strange right there. Anyways, brothers and sisters, so hopefully we get to have a nice little discussion with him and on that vibrations, electoral reform, the justice system, and what have you, brothers and sisters. We'll keep it locked on that vibrations right there. Tune in Sunday, 2 p.m., brothers and sisters, or around 2 p.m. Let me just say around 2 p.m. right there, because sometimes, you know, but yeah. Anyways, brothers and sisters, we have these very vibrations for which I must make mention of. But before I get into that, guys, I must make mention of this sentiment right there. So apparently, on the opposition side, the present opposition side, the independent candidates that went for and won their seats, of course, we have Jesma from Salisbury and the Marigot constituency individual. I forgot his name, but oh, look at there. What is that? Anthony Charles. Yes, brothers and sisters, Anthony Charles. So apparently, Anthony Charles, I think it's a halfway mark or around that region where they had some sort of stipulation between them. Okay, you run for opposition leader, and then after some years or whatever, half time or whatever it is, brothers and sisters, then it'll be my turn. Or maybe they're going to be going back and forth. I don't know what stipulation that is. Whatever, on the Sun newspaper, brothers and sisters, he's indicating my turn. It is my turn to become opposition leader. Marigot member of parliament, Anthony Charles, wants his turn as opposition leader. There is no response to the Sun from Jesma Paul Victor. the incumbent opposition leader right there. Let me see if I can zoom in and see what they're saying in that regard. I don't have the newspaper, but thank God for technology, brothers and sisters. We have technology. Oh, of course. Big up the technological massives right there. So it has been 18 months, they indicated right there, since Dominica historic general election. I wouldn't necessarily call it historic, but you know, some people call it sham election. But of course, brothers and sisters, it has been 18 months since that has passed right there, where independent candidate Jesma Paul Victor and Anthony Charles shattered norms by winning parliamentary seats for the Salisbury and Marigot constituency respectively. Their victory came with the unprecedented power sharing deal. Interesting. Their victory came with an unprecedented power sharing deal. Paul Victor would lead the opposition for the first 18 months, then pass the torch to Charles. So I'm guessing we are in the 18 months mark, but right now there has been an indication of some sort that they're saying that maybe she does not want to pass on the mantle. I don't think that is the case, but I guess as time goes by, we will see what's going on in that regard. But Charles is indicating it is my turn. You had your turn, but it's my turn now to be that of which the leader of the opposition right there in parliament. So what are your thoughts, guys? Do you think that Jesma Paul has done a wonderful job and should stay? Do you think she should go? Because that's the stipulation right there. 18 months you do your stuff, and then 18 months I do my stuff, and then I guess afterwards we'll see what goes on, because 18 and 18 is not 5 years, brothers and sisters. So, and maybe they wanted to give everybody a chance. Can senators be opposition leader? I don't think senators can be opposition leaders. No. So it's either or. So I'm guessing maybe back and forth. You know, back and forth. 18 months is what? 1 year, 6 months? Yeah. 1 year, 6 months. 1 year, 6 months. That is 3 years. 1 year, 6 months. Okay. So most likely by be going back and forth in that regard. So maybe they say, okay, well, you're a better leader, you can run with it, or okay, I'm a better leader. I guess everybody votes, the senators, everybody votes together and say, okay, you can run with it, and what have you, brothers and sisters. So that's just the thoughts right there. Okay, so he said, my turn. All right, brothers and sisters. I think he has done a wonderful job thus far. He has always been around in the Marigot constituency doing his thing here and there, from his abilities to do so, from my understanding. So yeah, anyways, brothers and sisters, this is the point that I had to bring. Yesterday I did a reaction on the basis of the mother of the situation that took place. Now, brothers and sisters, when I do my reactions, I don't like to watch the video first, because I want to give my authentic reaction to them. Sometimes when it starts playing, I get into it, I stay a little, and then I cut it off. So I see some of it, and then I want to do the reaction for you guys, so I can get to the reactions in an authentic way. Okay, so when I did the reaction to this one, I forgot that I actually did a reaction of what she was talking about already. But the interesting thing is, I did not get the full information in that regard. I got it yesterday, so I'm going to share it with you guys right there. However, when she was giving some interactions, like, really, that, you know, if you saw my reactions, I was saying, really, I didn't know this had happened, and what have you, brothers and sisters. But on the basis of this thing, I was more focused on the dealings of the mother, whether what the girl was saying was true or not, whether she got her information mixed up. The fact of the matter, we was not concentrating on the men. The men are in jail right now, waiting trial, what have you. The two men that did the stuff. The woman in question, the mother in question, is the one I was focused on. Now, let me break down the story to you. So, from my understanding, the mother and one of the men who are in jail were married. Okay? Apparently, it has been alleged that they were abusing it. He was abusing her, whatever that case might be, you know, and then afterwards she decided to leave. However, she also had two daughters from, I guess, a previous interaction of that sort. But it was not the husband's children, okay? So the husband was the stepfather. Now, there were two daughters, from my understanding. I think one was around the age of 10, and the other one was around the age of 15, okay? From my understanding and what I heard, it's alleged that this boy, this man, was abusing the 10-year-old, brothers and sisters. And the reason why I point the situation to the mother is because the mother apparently knew about these things, okay? Let me break it down for you. So, apparently he was abusing the 10-year-old, the younger one, the younger sister. He was abusing her, or whatever ways that means, use your imagination. And then as time goes by, brothers and sisters, I guess the older one kind of saw eyes on him. The 15-year-old, from my understanding, one that passed away there. All this is alleged, brothers and sisters. The older one saw eyes on him, so he decided to go after that one, and then, it become chaotic in that regard. The mother herself knew about the situation, because with the 10-year-old or the around 10-year-old, the younger one, the police got involved. Now, it's interesting, we are not quite sure what exactly happened with that case. It might be the mother decided she doesn't want to press charges and all those kind of things there, or whatever, or the case never went forward. It never went through. We have heard oftentimes that there are so much cases. There's another situation that happened in Portsmouth with a bus driver and a young girl, and that situation still has not been called. We have no idea what's going on in that. So it's not far-fetched to say that, maybe the case was in there, maybe the judges were not around, or whatever that circumstances is, maybe that got put on the back burner. All right? Anyways, time passed by, the 15-year-old got involved, or whatever situation that was, and that was crazy, okay? So, and then she got pregnant by the stepfather. Crazy stuff right there. Anyways, the mother left, and I guess the daughters were going back and forth. It's interesting. The mother, I believe, is in Senjo, and the mother used to send the two daughters to the stepfather, to live with the stepfather for weekends, brothers and sisters. Now, I find that very strange. Sending them down to stay with the stepfather for weekends. It has been alleged to me that she did this so that she could get money from the father. So from my understanding, it's alleged that this mother was putting her children in harm's way by knowing that the stepfather is abusing them, they're underage, knowing that the father is doing this stuff, is sending them down to spend time on weekends so that he can give them money. I don't know how much money he can be making like that, but she wanted money or what sort, so she should send them down there, alleged to be sending them down there from time to time, which is kind of insane right there. I guess when the woman, the 15-year-old got pregnant, the mother decided, okay, she doesn't want you in the house or whatever. Allegedly, she sent her down there, and then from time to time, things escalated. So the point I was trying to make here, brothers and sisters, the mother should definitely take some blame, because the reason why things have escalated was because the mother literally was aiding and abetting in that. Doesn't it sound like that? If that be the case, the mother was aiding and abetting. The mother was, the guy was abusing you. He be abusing your daughters. You leave. You still sending your daughters down to spend weekends. First of all, it's not even his children. It's not even his children. It's the stepfather. You leave. Why are you sending them down there for? To the point now where things escalated, where the 15-year-old, and this is the interesting thing. Now, I understand the police got involved with the 10-year-old and whatever. We're not sure what on earth has happened. Maybe they charged the guy, he had to pay something. I don't know if that is the case, whatever, but who knows. But it's one thing for the 10-year-old, but the 15-year-old is also underage. Therefore, that should also be brought up as well. It's not just for the 15-year-old as well. That's a little one. Age of consent, they say 16. If the girl want to play a thing, do a thing, she's 16, but she was 15 at the time. She's underage. And the mother knew about the circumstances right there. To the point where you're looking at and what was the school in that regard? Where were the understanding? I think the school got involved when the 10-year-old was saying, I think that was the case. But anyways, 15-year-old pregnant. What's going on in that regard? I'm not sure. But apparently the girl delivered the baby, whatever, blah, blah, blah. She was 16 then. No, apparently the 16-year-old, got a little boyfriend on the side, and she check in. She doesn't want to stay with this guy anymore. She don't want to be around this guy. She wants to get her own thing. She wants to break up with everything. So this is why she went to get her clothes and what have you, blah blah blah, to then move in with her boyfriend. All right, she wanted to move in with her boyfriend with the baby, you know. And I guess the stepfather realized, hey, what? I don't want that to happen at all. Is with me, you want to stay? And she checking, she taking her things to go, and the stepfather alleged to have been, you know, thing. Say, no, you don't live in. If it's not me, you don't going nowhere. She was leaving, and you know, apparently she was under the bed for 2 days, and then he put her in the burial. And then the other guy, from my understanding, the slimmer guy that you saw, apparently helped him to bury her. That's where he got involved, from my understanding, right there. He helped him, so that's aiding and abetting in this thing instead of reporting it to the authorities in that regard. You know, your brother did this, so you know, you help your brother bury the body. That is what I heard happened. I did not get all the details. We know about the involvement with the brother and the two brothers. That's the stepfather and his brother. And then, you know, yeah. So that is, in a nutshell, what is alleged to have happened. The point here is, if the mother decide, hey, you're abusing my 10-year-old, step in, the police did something, wanna blah blah blah, and he did this for the 15-year-old, the mother should have said something. But also in the understanding that the mother used to send them down to meet the stepfather. That too is aiding and abetting right there. And this is why I think the mother should also be charged in that regard. If that actually happened, it's alleged to have happened, brothers and sisters. If that is what took place, the mother should also be charged in that regard right there. So that is my thoughts on this. So she said a few things, but I think she got confused in it. My point on this video was not focused on the men, what the men were doing, blah blah blah. My point on the video was focused on the mother and the mother's involvement. And if the mother was involved in that regard, she should also be taken to prison or serve some sort of life. An individual was telling me she believed that she should take life. I don't think she should have taken life, because take life in jail, I think that's another story. Another thing I'm thinking, why didn't the authorities, I mean, we're talking about investigating. Maybe the matters have not come up yet for them to understand what's going on, and maybe they will bring her in. But these two fellas are in prison. One who actually committed or is alleged to have committed the murder, and then the other one who's aided in burying or helping bury the other girl, the deceased, the 16-year-old right there. 16, maybe getting 17, I'm not sure how it happened. But the girl wanted to leave. I'm thinking of something. Well, I think maybe the mother, but thinking about it now, brothers and sisters, a thought came to mind. On the basis that the girl had a boyfriend, the one that passed away, the 16-year-old passed away. I guess she was already on her own scene, so she went for her clothes and stuff. So her mother had no idea what was going on in that regard. But I think that is, and I mentioned yesterday, if it was anything of the sort of grooming. But on the basis of grooming, that could have been the mother aided in the grooming, because the mother is alleged to send them down on weekends or whatever for them to spend time with the stepfather to get some sort of monies. And if that be the case, then the mother should also be held in that regard. That's just a thought right there, brothers and sisters. What are your thoughts in that regard? Leave your thoughts in the comment box below. So she said some things that were not necessarily accurate, but the point of the mother's story is still accurate right there on the basis of the mother's involvement in this. You're supposed to protect your ones. Even you have stepfather, brothers and sisters, mothers, you're still supposed to protect your little ones from stepfathers. Well, you have good stepfathers and you have horrible stepfathers. You knew. You have to have known. Messing with the 10-year-old or a wrong 10-year-old girl. Police got involved. Whatever happened, I don't know what happened. Whether they charge him or don't charge him, or the case is still pending. What's going on? Now the 15-year-old got involved in that too. You're supposed to be protecting your little ones. There are dangerous people out there, and that's... So I don't think she should get life imprisonment. I don't think this kind of things there, but she should get some sort of punishment for that, because you have to protect your ones, protect the little ones. They are vulnerable. They are innocent in that regard. Well, some of them, eh? But you get my point, but generally speaking, they are innocent. So you need to definitely protect them until the age of 16, when they can give consent to whoever they want. That's another story, but on the age, you're supposed to be protecting. And I'm thinking to myself, maybe she has little ones, or maybe she's the one taking care. But I'm hearing that maybe the grandparents are the ones doing the taking care of the little ones, whoever that's there. I don't know what circumstances that is, brothers and sisters. It's very confusing, but you know, come on. Anyways, brothers and sisters, let me upload this stuff for you guys so you guys can get it. Let me go eat my lunch. It's about Mystelics once again, guys. Be real. Click the thumbs up button, click the like button, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you can get all the videos as they tend to come through. Once again, guys, be real. Salute the king. Be positive.